Dame was Bridges' favorite player as he was in college. He had a poster of Damian Lillard on his wall. This is a two-time national champ at Villanova that respects Dame because of his ability to make those kind of shots. At Villanova that respects Dame because of his ability to make those kind of shots and be the leader and the consummate professional that he is.
Bridges the slam in transition, and
I guess if you're a member of the Blazers and Damian Lillard's taking half-court shots, he can't say anything to you if you take one from 25 feet.
Lillard tied up in the double team. Suns on the break. Ayton with the slam.
The Suns backcourt, they take most of their shots from inside the three-point line.
Cantor, fine job of wrestling away that loose ball. Trent Jr. from up top. Can't finish.
Stingy with taking care of the basketball as Cameron Payne has checked into the game, finds a slashing Bridges, gets inside, and the long arms pay off again.
Early in his career, he put his head down after he got beaten on defense.
Jones Jr. back in the game for Portland. Nader pokes it free. Bridges off and running. Bridges trying to fight through some traffic and taps it in. Jones Jr. back in the game for Portland. Nader pokes it free. Bridges off and running. Bridges trying to fight through some traffic and taps it in. Jones Jr. back in the game for Portland. Nader pokes it free. Bridges off and running. Bridges trying to fight through some traffic and taps it in.
Ayton with a much-needed rebound for the Suns. Bridges cutting. Gets the payoff pass from Booker.
But if I do play on the high side, he beats me on a backdoor cut. Great find for Menace.
Bridges spots up in the corner and doesn't even touch the rim. Cantor hands it off to Lillard. Ball gets knocked around off the backboard. Suns come down with it. Here's Bridges in transition. Lillard trying to catch up. The foul and the bucket as Lillard slams his hand. Hey, Rip City, it's time to show your team spirit by becoming a member of the 2020-2021 season Blazers fan club. Under a minute left in the first half, Suns fought back from a 13-point deficit to make it a one-possession game, and now have a chance to tie or take the lead. But Jones Jr. able to trip up Bridges those first 35 games. Lillard looked like the pass was deflected, intercepted by Bridges. He's off and running, hands it off to Booker. Booker nice through the lane, leaves a short Ayton there to put it right back in. Booker, the Suns' leading scorer, still resting on the bench for one more final push in this game. Outside jumper. Payne can't get it. Chaining those together.
Yeah, this isn't where you want to be against the third best defense in the league, down 10 with relatively limited time. Okay, so now with Devin Booker on the ball, do the Blazers switch? All-out double team. Now Phoenix is playing 4-on-3.
Bridges to Šarić. Nice connection.
That's the same action we see when Dame
is going to do here as we get toward the second season.
Lillard on the drive, off the mark. Up ahead to Bridges, streaking to the basket. And well, that's what I think, a lot of people will be intrigued by is